For those of you who don't know, Faisal is the man. Faisal, when did we meet? I think it was the U.S. Tennis Congress in 2013, correct?
Well, 100% correct.
And Faisal is one of the best coaches on the planet. I've learned a ton from him. Attended a bunch of his sessions at the U.S. Tennis Congress, and his resume is sort of out the door. USTA Master Professional. I think 1% of coaches worldwide have that certification.
Correct.
2011 USPTA National Professional of the Year. Member of the USTA Youth Education Committee. Member of the National Cardio Tennis Speakers Team. Co-chair USPTA National Education Committee. Co-chair USPTA National College Curriculum Committee, member of the USPTA Certification and Testing Committee, and most importantly, just all-around cool guy. So, so very happy to have you here today. You're going to be talking about doubles. So, unless I've missed anything, I think did I cover all the key points, Faisal? Anything I'm missing there?
You did fantastic, as always.
Well, I appreciate that, man. My mom will be very proud. Well, with that in mind, I'm gonna kick it to you. So why don't you take it away? Just a quick point of housekeeping for everybody on the line. Everybody's muted, but we'll have an opportunity for questions either at the end or Faisal, if you want to stop at any point and kind of tee people up. It's sort of your show. I'm gonna mute myself as well, but I'll obviously be able to unmute myself if you want to get me to do something like get you a digital glass of water or something like that. But all right. Well, with that in mind, I'm going to kill my mic, and Faisal, take it away, man.
Thank you. What I plan to do is use a PowerPoint, and we'll take it from there. If there's any questions, feel free to ask at any time. Okay? I'm ready with the PowerPoint. All right. The goal today is I really want to talk about maximizing your doubles game, mastering modes and phases of play. I'll explain each one, and then we'll get into each one individually. So the goals of today's webinar is really twofold. One is to help players to understand the different modes, the defense, neutral, and attack mode of play, and how this applies to different phases of a typical point. As phases constantly change, so can a player's tactical response. It's my belief that there is no right or wrong way of playing doubles. There's just consequences in different situations, and I'll explain all the consequences as we get there. So that's the first goal of today's webinar. Second goal is the topics will include the rallying phase, the passing phase, and the attacking phase at the net. So those are the two goals we're going to accomplish. And at the end of the webinar, I'd like to ensure we actually achieve these two goals. So let's move on with that. What is doubles? The way I like to look at doubles is a game of situations that involves positioning and movement for purposeful shots. Let me repeat. A game of situations that involves positioning and movement for purposeful shots. If you think of music, music is broken down into notes. Put those notes together, that gives you music. So I'd like you to think about doubles as situations, different situations. Train those different situations as far as positioning, the movement, and what type of shots you hit. So for example, if you look at these pictures right here, you notice on the left-hand top side there, you've got the Williams sisters playing. All four players are up at net. The second picture is tough to tell. You definitely know the players are up at net. The third picture, the Bryan brothers playing one up, one back. You look at the fourth picture to the left, they're playing one up, one back. And then the fifth picture is you've got the players both up at net, they're around about the service line. So notice those are different situations, different positions, and different types of shots that you're going to hit. So just think of this as far as doubles, the game of situations, and we're going to get into that part. Doubles percentage tennis. Before we get into the phases and the modes of play, this is the mindset I'd like you to have as a doubles team. Number one, the doubles mindset is to make them play. I'm going to explain this a little later on, but you know, a lot of times players go for winners and we don't really make them play and we don't really see, you know, their strengths and weaknesses. So keep that mindset is to make them play. Make the opponents play that extra ball. That's the first one. Second one is the game of doubles is won by the team that makes the least errors, not hit the most winners. So your goal as a team is to decrease your risk while increasing your opponent's risk. I will explain that later as we go to different situations. Third one, make the opponents play to gather intelligence to see what the opponents can really do. Back to the first bullet point, make them play. So we can't do that if we go for winners or make errors. So make the opponents play to gather intelligence to see what situations you want to use. Doubles percentage tennis is what is the simplest shot we can hit that will allow us to win a point. Sometimes we go for too much. We go for that TV shot. We get it, looks great. We don't, we feel pretty silly. So make them play. What's the simplest shot we can hit to win that point? Said another way, what is the least risk we can take to win a point? You don't get 2 points if you hit an outright winner. So you only get 1 point if the opponent makes a mistake. So it doesn't matter what you do, a point's a point. So just find the simplest way to win the point. That's the way to go with that. The most common error is to use too much speed and play too much to the size of the court. A lot of times we try to increase speed and we aim for the line, a 2-inch line, good luck. Yet you've got 1,400 square feet on the opponent's side of the court. So what's the simplest shot? Simplest way to win the point. We only take risks when our opponents show us that we have to do this. If someone's very inconsistent, has a very low shot tolerance level, can barely keep 3 balls in play, why go for something fancy? Just keep that ball in play and just look at increasing their unforced errors.